There's pickleball in Venice. Let's go find it. This is Gary from Pickleball Travel, the travel agency for pickleball players. I'm here for pickleball, but I've discovered some amazing facts about Venice along the way. At around 450 AD, as the Roman Empire was about to collapse, the Huns were attacking northern Italy. Padua and Treviso, which have pickleball courts, by the way, were destroyed, and the people there fled to these islands here on the coast for safety. The surface was made of a soft clay, barely enough to support a human, much less buildings. So crazy as it sounds, they gathered timber piles from Croatia and used those to pound them into the ground. Millions of these piles were pounded into the ground to reach the harder clay. What this did was compress the wood against the clay and stabilize the ground. From there they put wood on top of that and then stone on top of that. So just to think, all of these walkways and all of these alleys are supported by wooden poles from hundreds of years ago that, since they weren't exposed to air, have been preserved, basically petrified at this point. It's been said that these wood pilings are in great condition still after hundreds of years. Originally, the houses were made of wood, but due to fires, they changed to brick. Boats were used to get around, of course, but for the first 500 years, it was only boats. There were no bridges in Venice for 500 years. Imagine hauling all this stuff that's needed to make a city. Eventually, as the city grew, bridges were built, like the bridge that we're coming up to now, the Rialto Bridge. This Rialto Bridge was made of 10,000 tons of stone, and I don't remember how many thousands of wooden pilings, but an unbelievable amount. And you can imagine this island is so huge, the amount of stone standing on top of wood poles. It's unbelievable. It turned out that separating boats from foot traffic was a big advantage for the city, and so it continued to prosper. If you would like Google to send you this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe, and put a comment in on where you'd like me to go next. So you could imagine being surrounded by salt water. It's kind of a problem for fresh water, and actually they were bringing in fresh water by boat. But once the city got to be so big, they had to find a way to have fresh water. So their solution to this was to have wells dug in the squares, and they fitted the buildings and the ground with gutters and tiles that were meant to funnel water to the well. And so could you imagine how many thousands or millions of people have drunk out of this well in this square? I'm sure there are hundreds or thousands of these wells. I'm not for sure, but it's amazing. Today there is an aqueduct system that brings fresh water to Venice. I have a challenge for you, and that is to try to navigate Venice streets without GPS. I've done it a couple times on accident. One was when I was using 3G apparently, and another time I didn't have service, and I can tell you that it is difficult. Very few people have heard of pickleball. So many more people have heard of padel. We'll see if padel ends up being popular in the US. I don't know, I'm about 50-50 on the chance of that. People in Venice swear that pickleball will not be like padel, but time will tell. There are these birds that I should know what they are, but they are thieves. They will swarm down and grab a sandwich out of your hand. They are very skillful. Nice thing about Venice is pickleball is not that far away. Really, it's about 17-18 minutes by taxi and perhaps 40 minutes by bus, or bus, as they say here. The bus is a lot cheaper, of course. But the taxi will take you to Green Garden Resort, and I've been fortunate to play courtesy of the fine people there. We had a great time playing, and it's always so fun to play in another country with different types of people who have different types of ways of talking and things they like to eat, things they like to do. Lorenzo and his crew were so kind to let me in on a game, because they didn't have people to play with when I came to the resort, but they were excellent with their hospitality, and I sure appreciate that. After the pickleball, I took a couple great tours. One was a food and wine tasting tour, and the tour guide was really good. And what was that awesome pasta that I had again?
Oh, you had tagliatelle with shrimp and zucchini. Perfect, lovely pasta for summertime, very light. Corretto, of course. So corretto is something that you usually should order at the end of a meal. Some people order it in the morning, so not so good. But I would say that corretto is an espresso with a spirit in it called grappa. That it's a very strong spirit from Italy, and it's made with raisin skin and stems.
Another was this glass art display they had on Murano. I think it's Murano, which is a neighboring island from the main island of Venice. And they picked me up and took me across the water and showed me how the amazing glass works were made. And honestly, the glass in the display in the store that they had was probably the most amazing art I've ever seen in my entire life. The tour itself was short, but I would say it was worthwhile. Pickleball Travel is a full-service travel agency, and so with any type of help with pickleball trips or any type of international vacation, we offer the best prices and my help along the way. We'll see what tomorrow brings, but it will be filled with Venice and pickleball. And vacations are better with pickleball. Italian people like to use their hands, so I'll be walking down an alley, filming or not, and out of the blue, I'll feel this random arm whack me on the side. I'm thinking an awesome trip would be Venice to Rome for pickleball. If you have other ideas, please let me know in the comments.